there, welcome back to The Magic in the Music. I'm Jen.
I'm Randall.
And today we're going to be talking about a docuseries on Disney Plus called On Pointe.
Stick around.
Today we are discussing this 6-part documentary series on Disney Plus called On Pointe. And what is On Pointe referring to?
Ballet.
This follows several young dancers as they progress through their training at the School of American Ballet, or SAB. Basically, on this series, you are following along the journey. You have six episodes of this series. And by the way, we started watching it and I couldn't stop. Like, I wanted to just binge the whole thing all the way through. It was so good.
Yeah.
So in this series, you're going to follow several different dancers. You have some very, very young ones, maybe, 9, 11, 12 years old. And then the older dancers, like the high school age dancers, are like, they live there.
Yeah.
Kind of like a boarding school, but not.
Yeah. For ballet.
Yes. So many of them actually come from other cities. And so then they've moved often to be there. Yeah. Some of them, even their families moved.
Yeah. Some families moved and...
They come from all over the country, and so this is an amazing opportunity. They have a lot of, in this series, there are some places where they kind of do the interview with the individual dancers, like at their home or whatever, and then you have some of the instructors talking about it. It's not really narrated. It's all kind of text, like you read it, and it's really, really well done. Well, this was filmed starting in the fall of 2019, so spoiler alert, COVID is coming. And so obviously it's clear to me that when they mapped out this show, they were going to have it culminate in the end of the year and all these presentations and performances and kind of recitals and things, and it didn't happen. So what they kind of do is they build in like a different climax into it, which is the Nutcracker. And the Nutcracker is really, really cool. The New York City Ballet is doing the Nutcracker. And I had no idea that this is where all of those dancers, those child dancers come from that are in the production. Our children, we've owned a DVD recording of the Nutcracker of the New York City Ballet doing this. It's from the 90s. Yeah. It's really old. But it's basically the same choreography and largely the same costuming even today. So it was really neat to see how that production that we know so well actually comes together. Yeah.
It's really interesting because they're actually trained in this Balanchine style of ballet, similar to classical, but it's more maybe aggressive, might be.
Yeah, they were saying it's a little more like intense and maybe quick. Yeah. So as far as our background, I mean, we're obviously not ballet dancers. Can you tell by looking at us? We're obviously not ballet dancers.
What?
But
I'm more built for a lineman.
Yeah, he was a lineman. So not as much a ballet type, but you can certainly appreciate the amazing athleticism of these performers. And for me, coming from sort of a classically trained musical background, this makes a lot of sense for me. I can definitely relate to the commitment and the idea that there are some things we might be sacrificing so that we can go and train and learn this certain discipline. But the big contrast for me between, say, like music and ballet is that is like the arc of how these dancers are going to peak. When they talk about, the instructors are saying, we are training these young dancers to get jobs as professional dancers. Now, as a musician, the idea that you might get a position as a professional, say like in a symphony at 19 or 20 years old, that's unheard of. That would never happen. You would be much older and you would have to grow and develop a lot more as a musician and develop your skills a lot more. But these dancers, because of the physicality, they're peaking much earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it's akin to being a professional athlete. They're professional athletes, and I think it's really great though because it kind of combines athleticism and music, and for us,
art. It's art.
That's kind of where we really love it. I'm exhausted watching the video from the couch.
Yeah, and additionally, they're going to school and they're dealing with all these other commitments. Yeah. Another thing I really liked about this series is how they chose to highlight different dancers from different backgrounds. You have some dancers who traveled from really far. Their families live thousands of miles away. and they talk about what that experience was like. You have dancers who have a lot of resources, we'll put it that way, whose families, like there was one dancer whose family actually moved to New York so that they could study at the school there. That's a fairly privileged option to have your family be able to afford to just pick up and move. That's not everyone can do that. And then you also have dancers who are there on scholarship and are, kind of struggling to make ends meet. There's one family who says, we've never been to the ballet before. Yeah. And it's like, now our child's going to perform, in the Nutcracker, and can we afford tickets? Things like that.
I don't understand though. They don't give them like one set of free tickets. Just one set. It's like each ticket's $100. Yeah.
Well, and I have to say, as a middle school teacher, I am absolutely. It's thrilling to see these kids who are so committed and so devoted, and so diligent about what they are doing, about the discipline.
Yeah, they are some of the most disciplined kids I have ever seen. And it's really amazing to watch them really just do it, because it's like there's a lot of adults that would have trouble keeping up with this schedule and kind of having something so regimented.
Okay, so why watch On Pointe?
Why?
Because your wife told you to.
Oh, come on.
Because your wife's obsessed with it and wants to watch all of it and made you.
That also.
Oh, but you liked it. You liked it.
No. It's great because you do get some of the great music. It doesn't hurt to listen to the Nutcracker.
Oh my gosh! And shout out to the rehearsal pianists in the ballet studio. They use live, musician, like someone's playing piano. The correct term is pianist. Anyway, these people are like amazing, by the way, because they are doing like orchestral reductions and anyway, they never even mention them in the show, but I'm sitting here in awe as a musician to what they do.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that. It was great. Shout out to all of them. If you do that, you are amazing and I respect you tremendously. So why watch it? I would say it's inspiring.
Yeah. It's really great to see these kids take on something so challenging, which is crazy.
Something that I love about watching it, of course, it's beautiful. Like it's just beautiful. Like the dancing is beautiful, and it's so fun to watch. It helps kind of show you the struggles. They struggle with obviously managing their time and the emotional strain of it all, and the pressure, and everything else. And
physical injuries.
That's a struggle that you kind of see addressed. So there's a lot of that struggle, but it makes you realize that what you see culminating on stage, it almost feels miraculous to me. That like all of that comes together in this moment of just like pure beauty and art. And it's so cool. As a teacher, working with young people, I feel like it's my job to set all the diamonds just right. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're always looking for what is that thing that each child what's going to play to their strengths, what activity or discipline, in my case, which instrument is going to play to their strengths and make them shine. But to see these diamonds put in the most perfect setting that makes them shine their brightest, it's like, it makes me emotional to think about how beautiful that is.
Yeah, it's great to see kind of the meeting of opportunity and really good hard work.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really good.
So we highly recommend the Disney Plus documentary series On Pointe. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go and check it out. We think it's well worth your time. If you enjoy ballet, art, performance, music, or just people being at the top of their game, you are going to love this show. And also, yes, you do get to see some of the professional dancers as well later on as they get to showtime for the Nutcracker. And that is a real treat to see the principal dancers doing their thing.
Yeah, it's really a great story.
So hopefully this will inspire you to want to go see some live ballet when it comes back, which it is going to. Live performance and live performing arts, that's going to be back, and we need to support those disciplines more than ever because it's been a very, very tough time. for all of the performing
Yes.
artists out there. And so we are very excited to recommend On Pointe. It is well worth your time, and we hope you go check it out. Thank you so much for joining us today on The Magic in the Music, and we will be with you again with more Disney music, DVC, and family fun. So join us, hit that subscribe button if you like what you are seeing and hearing, and we will see you again soon. And remember, there's magic in the music. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Looking for more Disney, music, DVC, or family fun? Click the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching.